What's going on, DSG? It's your boy Darrnell Bradley back at y'all with another video, and today we've got Sephiroth versus Vergil, Final Fantasy versus Devil May Cry Death Battle. Yeah, I know this one been out 7 years. Why you reacting to this? Because I haven't seen it. This actually popped up on my stuff because I have been like looking at and making Devil May Cry content, and this I popped up and I was like, oh snap, 7 years ago I wasn't reacting back then. I have no idea what the outcome of this is, so I'm gonna go ahead and put my bid in for Vergil because I'm a Devil May Cry fan, not really a Final Fantasy fan. If you know the channel, you know I've been on this channel for a minute, you know I don't play games like that, but I do know Sephiroth is that guy, you know what I'm saying, both sword wielding crazy people. So we gonna see what they got going on. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, follow me on all that there social media. We can hear without any further ado. In 3, 2, 1, click. We're going with Vergil off rip, reserving our right to change our bet once we get all of the information.
The great philosopher Plato once said, the measure of a man is what he does with power.
But to these guys, power is the measure of a man.
Sephiroth, the fearsome one-winged angel of Final Fantasy.
And Vergil, the half-demon son of Sparta from Devil May Cry. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
7 years ago.
Through the millennia, legends were passed of a source of unlimited energy, the Promised Land. Unfortunately, all hope of finding this sacred ground had been lost, until the Shinra Electric Power Company excavated the remains of a being believed to hail from the very land they sought.
They called this weird, naked purple lady Jenova and thought that if they could bring her back to life, she could help them find the Promised Land. But apparently they just...
Yeah, let's find something buried in ice. That's, see, that's the problem. Every time you see these shit, it's always something buried in ice they want to bring back. You know what I'm saying? They got lucky with Captain America. You got lucky. But any other time, dinosaurs, it's all bad. It's all bad. Quit pulling shit out the ice. I swear to God. In our timeline, in our reality, if they find some big bad in the ice and say, oh, we can blow it up. Matter of fact, don't even blow it up. Keep it in the ice. Launch it into space. Launch it. Let it go. There we go. That's it for me.
Just didn't have any Phoenix Downs.
If they couldn't resurrect a being who could lead them to the Promised Land, Shinra decided they would simply create their own. After many experiments infusing Jenova's cells with those of a human's, they finally found their savior. His name was Sephiroth.
With hair like that, it's no wonder he was created in a lab.
Dude!
Look at how majestic that mane is.
According to Final Fantasy lore, Sephiroth has to use an entire bottle of shampoo and conditioner every single time he bathes.
The fact that that's in the lore is insane. Like that note is written, that somebody was really like, you know what? He do got a lot of hair. We should probably explain that. That's crazy to me. Okay.
Why do you know that? Did you join his fan club or something?
For research. But Shinra wasn't interested in Sephiroth for his hair. Instead, he would research.
Voiced by the bass singer of The More You Know.
But Shinra wasn't interested in Sephiroth for his hair. Instead, he was an essential part of their soldier program.
Wait, this electric company has their own private military? I'd hate to miss a payment with those guys, especially if they sent Seth after
That's
me.
a lot for an electric company. I ain't gonna hold you. Why the electric company a whole ass military force? Like, what the fuck is up with this timeline?
Behemoth of a blade is a lot like the Nodachi swords they used back in feudal Japan.
That boy got the super
duper
duper long
something
sword.
long with 2 hands like those, Sephiroth only needs 1.
Even that speaks nothing of his effectiveness as a warrior.
Yeah, you know when people spread legends of someone, they usually make him out to be even better than he really is? It's the total opposite with Sephiroth.
With his superhuman speed, strength, and durability, Sephiroth was instrumental in ensuring Shinra's victory in the Wutai War, conquering the last free nation on the planet. He returned home a legend.
But all those warm, fuzzy feelings of victory didn't last long. While on a mission to the town of Nibelheim, Sephiroth found a bunch of books on the Jenova project. That's when he discovered he was a secret science project the whole time.
The truth crushed Sephiroth and drove him mad. In a rage, he annihilated Nibelheim, but was stopped by a mercenary named Cloud Strife. Sephiroth was impaled by the Buster Sword and fell to his death.
Oh, Well, that's disappointing. Which is what I would have said if Sephiroth hadn't dropped into a hole in the ground that led him to the giant Windows screensaver called the life stream.
The life stream is a buried river of energy which basically maintains life across the planet. Normally, merging with the life stream is the equivalent of entering the afterlife, but not for Sephiroth.
Boys,
And
Park
this is where
Angel.
things get weird, so buckle up. Still conscious, Sephiroth's essence floated through the life stream for years until he absorbed enough energy to rebuild his body. With the energy of the life stream, he could control other beings with Jenova's cells.
Including the corpse of Jenova, who he manipulated like a puppet and disguised as himself.
Oh, what the hell? That's his mom? Who would do that to their own mom?
I mean, nah, it's not some kind of clone, I assume, because they made that, you know what I'm saying? Because once again, scientists and timelines, for whatever reason, they sometimes they just can't leave all enough alone. I got to create some shit, you know what I'm saying? And that's not me advocating against creation, you know what I'm saying? Science leaps, and we got to do that shit. But there are times where you just keep the box closed. It doesn't matter what's in the box. Box is fine where it's at. You know what I'm saying? Once again, launch it into space. Even better. All right.
I mean, I know she's a genocidal alien monster, but come on! Probably makes a good breakfast.
But Sephiroth's descent into the life stream offered him even more. It transformed him from a mere super soldier into the most dangerous being on the planet. He's strong enough to throw a man hundreds of feet skyward, move at supersonic speeds, and withstand brutal stab wounds through vital organs.
He's got illusion powers that can trick people by creating an entirely fake scenario. He can lift people with his mind, including himself, and then he can just fly. That's how it works, right?
Additionally, Sephiroth can cast magic thanks to his on-hand materia. Materia is crystallized life energy which grants different powers according to the type of materia used.
This lets Sephi attack with fire, lightning, ice, and earth-based magic. He
Got
can
you.
block attacks.
He's got
with
all the
barrier
chakra
and
natures.
reflect,
Gotcha,
and heal
gotcha.
himself with cure and regen. And ever since jumping into the
okay,
life
and reverse
stream,
curse
he's had
energy.
unlimited
Gotcha,
access
gotcha.
to his magical powers.
With his new godlike abilities, Sephiroth began a plan to stop mankind from drying up the planet's life force.
That doesn't sound so scary. Does that mean he's an environmentalist, or...?
To the
But
extreme.
to do this, he decided to use black materia to summon a giant meteor to destroy the planet and absorb all of its life energy for himself.
So we talking about Madara on crackhead energy. Madara on crackhead energy is what we talking about. Is because Madara, he brought down the meteor too, but he wasn't, you know what I'm saying, basically trying to create a whole ass black hole in the middle of the planet. So we can't really. God, this man is all the way different. All right, cool.
So, like, an opposite environmentalist, a planet vampire. I mean,
planet
we're talking
vampire.
about a guy who kicked a dude through solid concrete, murdered the crap out of a 30.
Can we talk about the dude that survived being kicked through solid concrete though? Think he should get a few points. You know what I'm saying?
Foot serpent with a spike through the face and tanked a dragon's flamethrower attack without even getting a teensy bit hurt.
A particularly impressive feat considering this attack was capable of one-shotting fellow soldier Zack Fair.
Wiz, you may need to up your prescription, because that's definitely Cloud.
No. Cloud was just recalling false memories there. It was really Zack. However, it was Cloud who impaled Sephiroth pre-livestream with the Buster Sword.
And holy God, is it huge! It's like 2 feet wide! You'd think a stab from that thing would just cut him in half.
For real,
Except
though.
just kind of shook it off.
And in his rematch with Cloud, he blocked an attack strong enough to crater the metal around him. Considering the diameter of the crater, the surface area of Sephiroth's feet, and assuming the most likely steel composition, I estimate this attack to equal nearly 1,600 tons of force.
That's a lot of hit
Sephiroth
power.
can use that wicked sword to stab and lift wannabe heroes by their ribcage, slice through
Just stab and lift wannabe heroes by their ribcage. Really? Use it for that? I would have thought.
skyscrapers, and shoot energy beams that can shred these huge Mako cannons. And from the life stream, Sephi figured out he could create new bodies or even take on other forms.
These forms greatly resemble certain creatures found in Christian and Jewish mythology.
He certainly looks the part when he goes into his ultimate form.
God
Regardless,
mode.
Sephiroth does possess a single black wing, a blatant symbol of his fall from grace.
So basically, Final Fantasy
He was never even up there though, you know what I'm saying? He was created in the lab. Man, can't even have a chance to have white wings or white wings or a halo. You feel me?
does everything it can to not be subtle. Just like Sephiroth's most devastating attack, Supernova, which decimates an entire solar system. Wait, if Zeph is that powerful. How does anyone ever beat him?
Don't get the wrong.
Now I'm a Devil May Cry fan. Like I like Devil May Cry, but I'm not gonna lie and sit up here and tell you I know like the intricacies of everything. Vergil, my boy. I want Vergil to win. Well, Dante, my boy, but you know, Vergil, my boy, adjacent, and I would like for him to win this. But solar system, we gonna see. We gonna see. You know what I'm saying? We gonna see what Vergil got. But boy, this is a lot right here. I ain't gonna lie to you. But look.
Wrong idea here. There's a lot of debate over how supernova actually works, but I think it's pretty clear that Sephiroth isn't creating the explosion himself. Rather, he's transporting his foes to a specific point in time within an alternate dimension.
Careful, Wiz, don't sell him short.
Okay.
Just look at it. When he uses the attack, reality literally crumbles away like glass. This is identical to the animation for certain summoned creatures. According to the official Crisis Core Complete Guide, summons draw their targets into their own space in order to attack, and this is no different. In the Dissidia fighting games, Sephiroth goes for the civil approach and opens a dimensional hole to the explosion. The attack is even described as sending destruction even into other dimensions. And if you could—
Got you. So it's already happening somewhere, and then he brings them. All right, well, that's kind of cheating, but I mean, it gets the desired effect. Okay.
Summon planet-busting meteors at will, why did he go through so much trouble to get the black materia, which literally summons meteors?
That would explain why the supernova doesn't hurt him. He's not really there, just using those illusion powers of his. With all these powers, I can't believe Cloud and friends were able to take him down.
He's not invincible, but he's damn powerful. Ever persistent, Sephiroth departed with a final, chilling promise.
I will never be a memory.
Why does he sound so bored?
I said I will always be here.
2,000.
All right, so that was a lot for Seth. I ain't gonna hold you. That was a lot for Seth. We want Vergil to do his thing now. You know what I'm saying? And we still riding for Vergil. We gotta get all his info first. You know what I'm saying? Before we potentially jump ship. But we gonna see. Let's go. 'Cause Vergil crazy too now. Vergil crazy too.
Mutiny transpired in the underworld. The demon warrior Sparta rebelled against his evil master Mundus. To protect the world, Sparta did his best to seal the connection between hell and earth.
But then Sparta got lonely. Or maybe it was just a sausage fest in there. Either way, he snuck out of hell long enough to knock up this chick named Eva. And she popped out a couple of awesome demon slayers. Nice choice.
You may remember the younger of the two, Dante.
Oh yeah, he fought that witch chick with the hair.
And beat her.
But the eldest and potentially deadliest brother was the one and only Vergil.
Because he felt Therian.
Vergil and Dante were rivals from birth. Dante was a goofball. Vergil was serious. Dante hated his being a demon, and Vergil loved it. It's that classic odd couple scenario.
But then one fateful day, in an act of vengeance against the late Sparta, a group of rogue demons separated the two brothers and killed their mother. Vergil was believed to be dead. But in reality, Vergil survived and set out on his own path to seek his father's immense power for himself.
And he's 100% equipped to be a butt-kicking demon slayer just like his pops. As a half-demon, Vergil can jump several times his own height, move at supersonic speeds, and heal himself quickly, kind of like that Wolverine guy.
Talk him up,
He can
yes.
tough out getting stabbed through the lungs, intestines, the heart.
We gonna count that? I ain't got no problems with the revamp as far as like the world itself. I've said this before. The revamp game, I really liked the world and what they did with Devil May Cry. I just feel like they didn't have to change the way the characters looked. You know what I'm saying? But let's go.
Buddy parts, I'm pretty sure
Like
most
the
people
hellscapes
need.
popping up and
Not
shit
if
like that.
my
Like that was all mad
experiment has
cool.
anything to say about it.
You say something, Wiz?
I said not if Vergil's abilities have anything to say about it.
Well, sadly, for any human demon or human demon who gets in his way, Vergil also happens to carry some extra deadly weapons on hand, including a spiffy katana called Tomato.
Yamato.
Hey,
it said
don't
this-
disrespect his goddamn sword. Think what's wrong with you?
Sword can cut through anything, even dimensions, and probably tomatoes. Actually, Yamato is the exact thing Sparta used to seal hell from Earth in the first place.
Vergil's sword-fighting prowess draws from his Dark Slayer fighting style, which emphasizes teleportation, lightning-quick movements, and even quicker slashes straight from the sheath. This technique is directly influenced by Ei Jutsu, the real-life Japanese art of the quick draw. And thanks to Vergil's demonic powers, he can attack so fast the blade seems invisible.
Yeah, the only thing better than fighting with one sword is fighting with 8. With Vergil's ghostly summoned swords, he can turn himself into a living Beyblade. Fire them like a machine gun.
But now I feel like we gotta have shit like Vergil versus Bayonetta or Dante versus Sephiroth. Well, I guess if things are comparable, I guess. Yeah, we'll say.
Or make it rain!
Blades may be Vergil's bread and butter, but if he needs to focus on brute strength, he switches to Beowulf.
There
He
you
can
go.
charge up blink of an eye punches and kicks that hit like a cement truck made of lead and KO some of the toughest demons in just a few hits. And hey, looks like he
See,
digs
that's why you gotta go for them style points, my boy. Let's go.
Street Fighter.
There's one more trick up Vergil's sleeve. Thanks to his demon blood, he can access a form known as Devil Trigger. And this mode amplifies everything.
His strength, speed, and healing all get a huge boost, making him several times deadlier than before. Plus, he just looks badass.
That he does.
In his
that he
quest
does.
to become as powerful as his father, Vergil's abilities skyrocketed. He's taken down dozens of demons in the blink of an eye, and escaped an illusion from the sorcerer Arkham, which makes normal people go crazy.
But if anything's gonna show off what a son of Sparta can really do, it's pitting him against his bro.
And they go
Sure,
crazy.
Vergil
Yeah, you're gonna talk about the rain and the raindrop stuff. Yes, yes,
can
yes.
easily avoid Dante's bullets, but why dodge
Yeah,
them when
destroyed 108,000 raindrops in less than 1 second. Boy, come on now. You gotta be able to keep up with Sephiroth on that tip. You know what I mean? Gotta be able to keep up. Like in a second, come on, bro. Vergil, he doing stuff. Come on now.
you can spin your sword, line them all up, and fire them back like a boss?
In the same battle, they briefly created a 12-foot diameter open space in a heavy rainstorm with nothing but their sword swings. On average, storms can fill a cubic foot space with as many as 30 raindrops. So, Vergil and Dante must have destroyed 108,000 raindrops in less than a second.
Hey,
If Vergil can swing his sword that fast, I bet he'd make a killing mowing lawns, or chopping meat at the deli, or giving haircuts, or doing that thing where he chops back.
you ain't miss me at the haircut. You don't need to do all that extra shit for a haircut. I don't need to be that fancy. You know, I'm sorry. You ain't gonna swing a sword on my head like that. You crazy, bud.
Guys to pieces so fast they don't even realize they're dead yet. Like when he fought Beowulf. The monster, not the weapon. And then he punched him so hard he flew 55 feet up and hit the ceiling.
When comparing Beowulf's size to Vergil, he appears to be as large as an elephant. Given what's available, this seems like our best measure of Vergil's strength, but there is one issue. The Devil May Cry series makes frequent use of slow motion to depict the absurdity of these characters, and this could be a similar case.
So let's look at another slow-mo feat, the rainstorm fight.
At
Again?
one point, the rain freezes in place for about 2.5 seconds as Vergil and Dante keep moving, indicating a 14,500% speed increase in real time. Applying the same degree to the Beowulf punch gives us an acceleration speed of about 4,882 feet per second.
Okay.
With that in mind, we can apply our previous data to deduce the maximum height sans ceiling, and determine Vergil's striking strength to be nearly 720 million newtons of force.
That's a lot.
That's probably not even like the most of it. Vergil scales to Dante, who blocked a punch from the here savior, assuming limestone compositions. Okay, yeah.
It matches Vergil's incredible toughness, too.
We already mentioned his super healing factor, but it's even more overpowered than you think. Vergil once got completely cut in half, but healed so fast that it's impossible to even notice.
And his regeneration ability can be worn down.
Yeah, that's how this weird jester guy beat him.
But it takes a lot to pull off, and Vergil can always just use Yamato to hop through dimensions to get away if he wants.
Sadly, Vergil never got to rule the demon realm like he wanted.
Instead, the Demon King Mundus permanently transformed Vergil into his puppet, irreversibly manipulating his mind in the process.
And then Dante kind of, exploded him. But one or two losses against someone who's basically goddamn Satan hardly makes him a weakling.
Hell and Earth trembles before the power of Vergil.
It'll be fun to fight with the Prince of Darkness. If my father did it, so I should be able to do it too.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So, yeesh. I feel like Vergil got it. I feel like Vergil got it because I was thinking about the whole teleporting the people into the whole solar system thing. But Yamato can get out of that because it can cut through dimensions. So it's not like even if Sephiroth brought him there, Vergil could get out. And so it would have to come down to me versus you, like physical shit. And I feel like Vergil takes it in that area. So we gonna stay with Vergil. We know that Sephiroth is on some angel next level god type shit, but we gonna roll. We gonna stick with my mans. You know what I'm saying? We gonna hold that, and Vergil gonna run this, man. So let's get to it.
Right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
But before we get to the bloody slicing and dicing, pick up some Blue Apron and slice and dice in your kitchen.
Let's go.
You are powerful. I can see it.
Who are you?
Your despair.
Nigga said, hey, look at you. You're strong. Run the fade. Sometimes, like, when they come up with the, oh, why are they fighting? It's just like, fuck it. We're here. Let's do this. Let's go, V. Let's go, V. Look at that. Movement. Movement. Long ass sword for no reason. Long ass sword for no reason. Let's go. There you go, man. Vergil got more in the tuck, my boy. Let's go. What the? What was that? What did he do? What did just? Was the force? Did they go over that? And did they go over that? Is he cheating? I don't think they went over that in the thing. The field, the force field in the thing. He got it. Okay. All right. Come on. That don't mean nothing to the goat. Let's go. Oh, yep. There you go. Motherfuckers both said instant transmission. Long for nothing sword.
Okay, you're strong. But are you fast enough?
There you go.
Don't move.
As if he could.
I suppose it can't be helped.
What can't be helped? Your untimely doom? You know what I'm saying? Because Vergil about to dig in that booty for real? You know what I mean? Like what you thought this was? Boy, ironclad, up in the blue. You know what I'm saying? Little sword beams and shit everywhere. What you thought this was about to be? Ooh, volume. Oh, what? You thought you about to do something with shadow clones?
They're fake.
Of course
Stop
he's
wasting
fake.
my
Hey, mess with a real one using fake shit. Take care of it all just real quick. But you see, he's already using his devil trigger though, which scares me. I'm not going to lie because like it doesn't seem like Sephiroth has leveled it up. You know what I'm saying? And usually the one who starts leveling up first tends to not do so well there at the end. Really hoping that's not the case here, but we shall see. There you go. Switch it up. Bow. Homie said Blue Ranger on steroids, boy. All the perks. All the swords. Homie said Byakuya Kuchiki ain't got shiznit on me. Why? Let's go.
Behold the truth.
All right, here we go. All right, this is the moment. This is he did the realities, the thing with the stuff, with the bringing him into the sun thing through the portal hole. But let's go.
Supernova. I saw you could pierce the fabric of our dimension, so I cast an illusion to disguise this. Witness oblivion.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Sorry, I was. was getting scared there for like a little second. I was like, Vergil, no.
I'm free.
Or not. Never mind. Never mind. Spoke too soon.
So you are.
Okay, well. Damn it.
Extra crispy.
All right,
These
tell
two
me
were
why.
extremely powerful swordsmen, but Sephiroth's cunning and stronger abilities led to his victory.
Wait a minute, I thought the lore said Vergil's sword could cut through anything. Why didn't it cut through Sephiroth's sword?
Yamato was a unique weapon, but its legend clearly exaggerated. On multiple occasions, it's clashed with Dante's blade and even a common rocket launcher without cutting through either, and sometimes requires an exuberant amount of force to cut through tougher material. But let's discuss the real facts.
Like strength. So Vergil with Beowulf could do 720 million newtons, right? But there aren't a lot of good Sephi strength feats to compare.
First, let's compare Sephiroth to a fellow first-class member of the soldier fighting force, who had also been experimented on with Genova cells, Zack Fair.
Remember him? He's the Knot Cloud guy who fought that dragon.
At his peak, Zack could cut through a large metal door with one swing, seemingly with most of his strength. Given the size and width of the door, this feat's sheer strength comes out to 980 million newtons.
And Seph was way stronger than Zack. In fact, if we look at their strength stats when they fought that dragon, Sephiroth was 3.5 times stronger than Zack.
Putting Sephiroth's strength output at over 3 billion newtons. That's almost as much force as 30 Hiroshima bombs.
God
Strength
damn.
isn't everything, though. Vergil was technically faster than Sephi, but Sephiroth has handled people of similar speeds before. Plus, Sephiroth could survive plenty of hits because his healing power is broken.
The capabilities of Vergil's healing factor was nearly unprecedented, but it had its limits. In contrast, Sephiroth's healing abilities were only limited by his pool of magic, which was unlimited.
Well, he also had to take some time to cast each healing spell, but that's why he distracted Vergil with his illusions.
We know Vergil was susceptible to illusionary and mental attacks, as it's happened to him multiple times and even led to his in-canon demise.
And Sephiroth's illusions could hide his ultimate technique. Yeah, Vergil's healing was pretty awesome, but it was never gonna hold up under an exploding sun to the face.
I could have cut it before, I guess.
Vergil put up a good fight, but he couldn't match Sephiroth's superior strength, magic, and techniques.
Looks like this devil's cried for the last time.
The winner is Sephiroth.
Not to did my boy like that with the puns. What you mean?
Damn, Chad.
All right, that was dope. We watched that dope shit. All right, we missed that one. We lost that one, man. I wanted my boy Vergil to win. You know what I'm saying? We just got off a Devil May Cry high. I was feeling that. You know what I'm saying? And we was watching Sephiroth, and yeah, man. I guess I wanted it. You know what I'm saying? Like knew it wasn't gonna happen, but wanted it to. You know what I'm saying? Vergil cooler. I don't know. But yeah, I just want, like I said, man, I wanted to peep this just because I'm feeling Devil May Cry stuff. And so, yeah, this was disappointing and sad and hurt my soul. So that's the take. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, follow me on all that social media. And I'll catch y'all next one, fam. Peace.